little mango show. Apex Edition!
What? The show really started. What's up, people? We're back again. Every time we do that shit.
You can hear him, but you cannot see him.
I am the mango.
There can only be voice.
At least you know the saying now.
Yeah, right. I mixed it up a little, you know, a little remix.
No, I like it.
I wish I could make Bloodhound dance. That would be so cool.
Yeah. Bloodhound, the dancer.
Yeah. The dance of the Bloodhound.
Dance of the Bloodhound. Oh, you going to teach us.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Did you notice, man?
Ooh, I should have been a voice actor.
Dude, I'm telling you what, I could have been a voice actor for video games.
Bro, I know, we would have both killed it. Like, think about it.
Oh, I know this. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I'm gonna leave that on there.
Yeah. Flat out Coca-Cola. You like shit, you like it.
Oh, 301 is an assault rifle. Oh, well, yeah, I knew that. I'm not an idiot.
What?
I was thinking scout. Oh, I was like, 301 is not an assault rifle. It's a sniper rifle. But I had it backwards.
301?
301's an assault rifle.
Okay, I was about to say,
like I said, I had it backwards.
Yeah,
see, because I didn't know a scout was considered a sniper rifle.
Yeah. Wait, you thought the R301 was fucking...
No, like I looked at it and I was like, wait, that's not right. And then I realized I was thinking about the wrong thing. So my mind was in the wrong area. But I have done some damage with this this peacekeeper, man.
Oh, shit, you know, you boy, bitch. Think about the shit, like I go like a flip. What the fuck I do is have a weapon knock on crip.
And that is
bitch, the fucking strip.
The MC Mango himself.
MC.
Call it the Mango Cutter.
Hey.
MC, give it. Oh, he's quick. He's funny. He makes lots of money. Maybe now that the mango's here, I could like do some actually
do some shit.
Yeah, these douchebags. I'm like, we need to drop at the runoff so I can get some knocks there, at least two. They're like, oh no!
At least two knocks at the runoff. I heard that happen. Ah!
Well,
so
he said.
Fucking stupid.
And I gotta get 2 care packages. Yeah, I need 4 knockdowns at the runoff. What an ass.
Dubai bitch with my Dubai shit.
I got to get 3 Bloodhound Beast Mode kills.
Beast Mode.
And that would be 18 kills. Loot 3 care packages and 27 knockdowns.
3 what?
I got loot 3 care packages, which is funny because my daily quest is loot 2, and my challenge for the week is loot 3. Well, 5, but I already got 2.
That's nice.
But I don't think Lifeline's care packages count. I could be wrong though.
Wait, what?
I said I'm not sure, but I don't think Lifeline's care packages count.
Lifeline?
You know how she drops a care package?
Oh, Lifeline?
Yes. I don't think hers count like a regular one would.
Yeah, you said Blackline.
I said flying. Your shit's lagging or crackling. Either way, we're all talking this moment.
What?
Well, I said either way, we're all talking at this moment because we have yet to play.
I'm ready. I'm almost ready. I'm ready.
I sent you an invite, mate. Sent my little protege in the kitchen a fucking invite, but he ain't answered. Just so you know, fans, I should be sleeping. Prepared for work, but the little fucking handicapped people won't let me live or sleep.
Yeah, but you have like an hour or two sleep before you go in. That's what I'm gonna do.
Do what?
I'm gonna sleep around 6:30 or 7 so I can get a little nap in before I go in.
I mean,
It's always good to be fresh.
I'm gonna go for a second go round and see if I can, but if I can't, man, if she won't let me, she won't let me.
Won't let you.
She's gonna follow me around all fucking dream. Just bugging
Who
me.
is?
The blonde.
What are you talking about?
Do you ever listen when I actually speak, sir?
Sometimes.
I have the same dream every time I go to sleep. Alright, it's that fucking train wreck all over again.
Fucking lying.
Huh?
So tell me what this dream is. The same dream every time you sleep, right?
It's actually happened. It's a memory. It's not just a dream. It's
Oh.
me reliving a tragedy all over again every night.
So it's more of a nightmare.
And more of a night terror, really. But now it's just gotten retarded. Like, it's not... Okay, during the train wreck. You remember I talked about the train wreck?
Wait, so you had a friend die in the train wreck?
It wasn't a friend. Okay, me and my best friend, my roommate, my co-worker, my rook, we cut out of work a little bit early to go catch this parade down in Midland, Odessa.
Okay.
And for those of you audience members at home that are actually listening, it's a horrible wreck in 2012. The Wounded Warriors Parade got hit by a train.
Wait, this happened in Odessa?
Yes.
What? People got hit by a train?
Yes, Wounded Warriors. They just got back from Iraq or Afghanistan or some shit like that. And like 4 people died, like 26 people were hospitalized.
What the fuck?
And like honestly, if the train would have been coming the opposite direction, the trailer that it hit, it would have hit my truck. That's how close we were.
Damn.
And you know, when the fight or flight hit in, you know, when we leapt, you know, we jumped to go help out and whatnot, and then like reality sunk in and I froze. I didn't know what to do. I mean, I'm not a first responder, but I went to go see if I could help, and like right before the train hit, my focus was on this blonde chick, a little heavy set, kind of cute. She jumped off the trailer, right before the train hit, and when she, flatbed trailer is kind of high up, so when she fell, she twisted her ankle, and then bam, the train hit. Well, like my focus was still on her, I mean, I could see everything going on, but my focus was still right there. And I noticed that she's like looking for something. She's like walking around looking for something, and it doesn't hit me for a minute that she's walking around looking for her legs. Her legs were amputated just in the middle of the thigh, and she was walking around on her nubs looking for her fucking legs because she was in shock.
Damn. This actually happened right in front of you?
Yeah, and this is what I relive every night. And
That's
like
insane.
And no matter what I do, nothing changes. I talk shit to her like all the time. I'm like, look, I don't know what you're fucking like. It doesn't matter what I say or do. We're just still walking around this fucking horror show of a train wreck looking for legs we'll never find. And that's why I can't sleep. Yeah.
That's pretty fucking wild.
Yeah, I was there for that.
That is wild as fuck. I'll admit, that tops a lot of things I've heard. I did not know that happened.
Yeah, I thought I told you about that, man. I mean, I laugh it off, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, you should see a professional." It's like, for what? I talk to my audience. They listen. They care. They share.
Exactly.
It doesn't
You just
matter.
have to have like, dude, it's just like, man, I don't know what I would do if I saw that shit. Like, I know the closest I've ever been to that is my mom almost died in front of me. She cut her leg wide open on a tractor.
Oh.
And I thought
Well,
she
like,
was, but yeah, she would have died if we hadn't done anything correctly. She would have died right in front of me. We lived out in the country at the time, so
I don't
you
know
know
how
what I
that
mean.
is.
It took the fucking ambulance forever to get there. She's just bleeding out. Shit was wild. But like I said, like that's, you know what I'm saying. But you can't let, you know what I'm saying. Like shit happens in life.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I know that.
you know what I'm saying. Like as crazy as it sounds, there's probably gonna be more shit that goes on in your life that you just, you know what I mean. Like I hate to say it, but this is like the tip of the iceberg. Cause like I'll be honest, you need to know something, Trouble. I'm not like normal people. Like
Well, I noticed that.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like I'm really not like normal people. So like whenever I dream, sometimes I have premonitions and shit. And so like I'll dream of something, and it'll happen a couple weeks later or something. But what the dream, and I'll remember the dream, and I'll be like, what the fuck? And sometimes I remember the dreams I'm gonna have, and I'll be looking for the situation to happen, but usually it happens as a metaphor, okay? You know what I mean? So like it won't
Yeah.
be actually, you know what I'm saying? But it'll be something in a different reality or something. So when it actually happens, I'll be like, oh, that's what I dreamed about. So for instance, for me, I know for a fact, 100% know for a fact that I'm going to die a very terrible death because I get the same dream. No, but for real, I'm gonna give you a heads up. Get ready because there might be one day where you're gonna have to see me with my head cut off or something. Because I'm gonna be like shit. But yeah.
I've seen that once before. No, it was crazy. There was this real bad car wreck in Nevada. When I was a little kid, we were going to visit my relatives and shit. And everyone in the car is like looking out the driver's side because we were exiting off the highway where like this dude got decapitated or whatever. And like everyone's looking out the driver's side window, you know, and I'm all like looking out the passenger side because I don't want to see it, right? And then I was like, oh my God, was the guy decapitated? And they're like, how'd you know? I was like, because his head's over here on this side of the street.
Damn.
I could see the head. It was fucked up.
What the fuck?
And I was like trying not to see it, and I got to see the grossest part. Like his head was just laying there. It wasn't looking at me, thank God. Because apparently I had some issues with that later in life. Because when I worked at the prison, one night I had to escort the coroner in to pick up this dead guy. He'd been dead all night. Like he died at like 10:30. Dude didn't come pick him up till like 6 in the morning.
Damn.
Because he's like, oh, I'm busy. Well, they were like, well, you gotta help him. I was like, the hell I do? That's a dead guy. I ain't gotta pick him up. And they're like, yeah, you gotta. And I was like, alright. So right when I walked in, I mean, you could smell down the hallway, true smell of death. It was like you knew somebody was dead in there.
The smell of death. I know what you mean.
It was bad. You know it. It's undeniable. Like, that is death. Just chilling.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And well, I walked in the room. The first thing the dude did is throw the sheet off of him, right? Of course, his eyes are open. Fool was looking right at me. Rigor mortis is set in, so his hands are pointing at me at the same time.
Damn.
And I was like, oh my God. And he's like, grab some legs and help me throw him on this gurney. And we had to put him in the body bag. And I mean, he was dead weight. But alive, he was maybe like 90 to 120 pounds.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I was like, he's looking at me. He's like, shut up and grab the legs. Man up. And the coroner was yelling at me. It was funny as shit. But I was fucked up about it. that's when I first started having zombie dreams. It was from that dead guy right there.
Man, I'll do it to you. Shit.
Like, and I had an issue with it at first because like it started off like one big ass dream where I'm in the prison and I wake up from like a nap or whatever, and like either everyone's dead or turned into zombies or trying to escape zombies, and I'm making my
Yeah.
way through the prison, trying to get out, but at the same time I'm like I can't leave people behind, so I'm like helping, and in my head I'm like I need to get to the armory, I know where that's at,
The
but like
armory.
yeah, they have little armories at the prison.
Oh, with like guns and shit, so whenever shit goes in crazy.
Yeah, or like you go on transports, you got to go pick up your guns from the armory to carry on your hip. Cause
Shit.
I've done plenty of transport, so I know where to go. And like I'm walking past the medical building, and something tells me I need to go in there. It's like, I was dating a nurse at the time or something. I was like, oh, I gotta go see if she's all right. So I'm all in the medical building looking around, and like right in my face, that dude pops up out of nowhere, just rah. And that's always the end of the dream, is him in my face.
Damn.
And like it got to the point where I no longer had that dream. It was just every time I closed my eyes, even if I was like blinking, oh boy would be right there in my face, just rah. And like I lost like a month's worth of sleep over that shit.
Hell nah.
And then they were like, you should talk to the traumatizing officer, the trauma officer. For anything bad
Yeah.
happens, they go talk to his mom. And the chick happened to be on my shift. She was an older lady. And I told her, I was like, I was told you're the trauma officer, and I want to talk to you about this. It's fucking with me, and I'm losing some sleep and shit. And I was talking to her about it, and she thought it was the funniest shit ever. I
Wow.
was like, you fucking kidding me?
I mean, like, you're a fucking bitch.
I know, like, ever since then, like, people were like, oh, you should talk to somebody. I was like, no, hell no. I mean, I talk about
Fuck
it in my
up.
own, like, my own time and whatnot. But,
Yeah. 'Cause that's what I'm saying, is like, whenever you try to talk to people about certain shit, they don't want to understand. They only want to understand from their reality. That's all it is. And it's just like, that's why I'm like, I don't talk to anybody about really anything. But even my family says that. You're like,
yeah.
you never come talk to us about shit.
See,
But it's like, because that's the thing, is like, you guys don't understand it from my, like, and even if you tried, all you're gonna do is like what you said, like they're gonna make fun of you, or they're gonna think that you're stupid, or they're gonna think
yeah.
that you're not making any sense. Well, if it didn't make sense, do you think I'd be talking about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's
And,
obviously something wrong. You know what I'm
and the
saying?
crazy
Like,
thing is, I think I know how I could fix it, but it's just too crazy.
but
Like,
we're not
'cause,
calling any demons, okay?
no. But, like, I never even met the chick, you know? My focus was on her, and I don't even know her first name.
Oh, we're talking about the girl on the train wreck?
Yeah.
Man.
I just call her the blonde chick because I don't know her name. Maybe I could like look up the records of all that stuff and find out her name, and maybe
Oh, I
that
bet
would
you could.
subside some shit, or maybe meet her and like, hey, look, I was there that day, and you really fucked up my life when that shit happened. But at the same time, with my
Well, how do you
phobia,
think she feels?
oh no shit.
Shit.
But my fear of, or not my fear, but my phobia of amputees is stopping me from doing all this shit. Hold on a second.
What?
I'm gonna erase the fuck out of that whole broadcast.